Long Beach Unity Festival. Information on the annual Long Beach Unity Festival, their programs, Stephanie Adams. Welcome, Stephanie.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Hello, my name is Steve Adams, the President and CEO of the Long Beach Unity Festival. I'm here with my wife, the Executive Director, Stephanie.
Good morning.
We want to thank you, and we're honored to be here today to present to you and give you the overview of what the Long Beach Unity Festival is all about, the 501c3 nonprofit organization. It was great to hear the young men just speak a few minutes ago. I worked for the Children's Clinic over 23 years with Dr. Nicholas, and I definitely trained in trauma inform. I'm also a deaf interpreter for sign language patients for 23 years over at Long Beach Memorial, St. Mary's. My background is law enforcement, did park ranger, and so I'm a birth of the Long Beach Unified School District from John Muir, Hoover, and Lakewood High School. And so I am just thankful, and why we're doing the Long Beach Unity Festival, because it's a passion of mine, being brought up from teachers, officers in Long Beach, and from the community as a village. And so when I was growing up, it was a lot of gangs in the 80s and a lot of problems in the community, and I just saw too many young men of color, the black and brown, just slaying each other. And so that's what unity in the community is all about, is bridging the arts and music together through one universal language. Currently, we have 4 programs. We work in the North Long Beach area now with the, it's used to call Parwood Apartments, and now they call North Point. So we have a program there where 3 days a week, we're teaching the kids dance and basketball clinic we have there. So I'm bringing in high school coaches and teams and members to help out, teach these kids. We took a group of the kids from that housing complex to Laguna Beach about 2-3 weeks ago, and it was amazing that they was there at Laguna Beach playing basketball, talking about life application, talking about skills, and then just letting them see their future, seeing how the sky's the limits. And then also we worked in the Springdale Apartments. We did the same thing in Springdale Apartments, in the Carmelita housing. So Stephanie and I, we have a target. We focus, we go into where the at-risk, the kids that need to be uplifted. And it's so important, so that way they can get those A's and you know, reading on and listening to the data that you guys are doing a wonderful job that we just admire. So thank you to Mr. Steinhauser for his support. Thank you, Dr. Williams, that from the beginning of the days of the Unity Festival, Dr. Williams and a few members of the community came together. We met at the mayor's office and had a really big meeting. It was a mixer, but at the same time, it was the kickoff of bringing on the Long Beach Unity Festival.
I've worked with both Steve early on, before he met his wife and got married, and we set up, structured the program and all the pieces for the program. So it's a lot of years of working with Steve and Stephanie. I think I've been to every single event that you've had, but to see the organization grow and all the folks that you've been able to bring on board and the impact that program has had, as you begin to see some of the video, to see the impact and involvement of so many members of the community around this program. So it's been an amazing journey all these years to see that the commitment is still there and that the program has continued to impact the community and bring in so many folks. I really love and appreciate what you guys are doing.
Thank you.
We are excited and really honored to be here with you. I've never formally met a lot of you, but I feel like I know you, and I certainly know your children. It's been a joy to work with them over the years, and as Steve said, we have been what we call in the trenches all around Long Beach and beyond for many, many years. And so today, it just feels like, I mean, I feel really superly honored.
Unity Festival and producer of the Dancer and Me Sacred Arts and Music Training Institute. Today, I'm standing in front of this beautiful pyramid. They tell me that this is one of only 3 pyramid-style buildings in the entire United States. I am on the fantastic campus of Cal State Long Beach. And I'm so excited today to announce to everyone that Cal State University will be the host venue of the 2017 Dancer in Me Sacred Arts and Music Training Institute. Yay!
We started The Dancer in Me in 2011, so we're going into our 7th year of producing this event. The official name is the Dancer in Me Worship Arts and Music Training Institute. Many people don't even realize how many. From 150 registered participants to almost 600. So now over 40 classes, now about 20-some facilitators. And they come from around the world, literally, to come to the West Coast for 3 days. It's a 3-day event of training in music, vocals, drama, acting, pageantry, art, visual arts, and all manner of dance. Dance and spontaneous. It's just fabulous. And I could go on, but that's what the Dancer in Me is about. And I'm really proud, to say, lots of the ministries that have come over the last 5-6 years in this region, they've grown, from that experience. So I feel like that's really my purpose here, is to share what I know and to teach the next generation.
So I know what you're wondering, why should I come to Dancer in Me? Well, this year's theme is Planet Shakers. We're looking for people who are ready to turn the world upside down through the creative and sacred arts. You'll be inspired, you'll be challenged, you'll be set free in your art form, and that's one of the reasons why you should come to Dancer in Me. But one of the main reasons is the fact that this year, the culminating event will be the Long Beach Unity Music and Arts Festival. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited about this because this is the brainchild of my husband, who is the president of the Long Beach Unity Festival, Mr. Steve Adams. He's been doing this festival for 17 years. The mission of the Long Beach Unity Festival is bringing unity to our communities through music, the arts, and healthy lifestyles. And that's just what happens. Everybody will converge, the entire community, through music and arts for a full day of outreach, music, inspiration, and celebration. And I just want you to be with us. Won't you come?
So that's the excitement that we want to share with you today. The Long Beach Unity Festival, for the first time, will be merging its efforts with what we call the Dancer in Me. It is a performing arts and music training institute. For the past 6 years, we've been producing this event at UC Irvine. We have a fantastic partnership with them and their performing arts school, the Clara Trevor School of the Arts. And for years, we have really been wanting to bring this to Long Beach. And so we have the go-ahead to have all of these. I don't think you understand, there are like hundreds of kids and adults that come from around the world to be trained for 3 days in music and dance and so forth. And the culminating event this year will be the Long Beach Unity Festival. So that's what we're going to share with you. Many people believe that the festival is just that, a one-day event, but really there's so much more that the organization does. And so you have your handout with you, and we're going to go through the slides now as swiftly as possible. Our mission and motto. Our mission, of course, is to promote unity, reconciliation, and nonviolence to diverse communities through music, the arts, and healthy lifestyle initiatives. And then, of course, our motto, bringing unity to all communities, beginning in our own backyard. We really believe that's important, that we start where we are, start with what we have. The history of the festival, many people don't know, but years ago, I'm sure everyone remembers the Rodney King incident. And after that happened, Steve and some of his colleagues got together and they wanted to find a way to bring unity to the situation. And of course, music is a universal language. So they started off at Altadena Dairy, I believe, in a parking lot, just doing a talent show. And from that time, it has grown and grown and grown. And so now, as we mentioned, this is the 17th year producing the Long Beach Unity Festival. 17 years, my goodness gracious. And we've only been married for 7. So I kind of, got it honestly, but I'm so excited and I'm so proud of this man right here. Our team, we have a phenomenal team that make up the Long Beach Unity Festival organization. And we call them committed, capable, and compassionate, and you have to be to do the kind of work that we're doing. I would say a good 85 to 90% of our volunteers are just that, volunteers. And you know how important it is to have volunteers, but they have to have some skill behind them. We also have a fantastic advisory board, as you see some of those names up there, you'll recognize. And we have youth interns. We'll talk about that in a little bit. But we have a youth internship program that we had started just a few years ago. We also have a volunteer advisor. And now that we have a basketball team, we have basketball coaches. Yes, a lot of fun. So we are really, really proud of the team. Our target group and what they ask us for. We wanted to put this in here, and again, listening to the reports that we heard earlier, it falls right in line. Our target group focuses on challenged and troubled youth from underserved communities, and we really focus on ages 8 to 19. They have creative, artistic, or organizational abilities, but many times they don't have a platform. They don't have an outlet to get those things out, nor do they have the training or the guidance to do so. And some of the things that we've observed in the years working throughout the communities is that they want jobs, they want to be trained, they want to be employed, they're looking for safe learning environments. I think we heard that a little bit. Consistent, quality-driven education in music. These guys and young ladies are extremely talented, just raw talent, but know where to put that talent. And then when you think about the physical fitness and exercise is so important for these kids. We'll get into that, a little bit of what I see when I go into the elementary schools and do my after-school program with them. And then healthy, affordable food options. When children come to dance class and all they have is a sugary snack, you know how it's very hard to maintain that energy on a, I don't know if anybody ever drank Kool-Aid? Yeah, Kool-Aid. Okay, everybody drank Kool-Aid. Yeah. Do you know kids take Kool-Aid and they put it in a little plastic bag and they add sugar to it, and that's a snack for them. And you cannot survive on things like that. So just a little observation. So that's what they ask us about. Here are some of our programs and initiatives. We're going to go through each of them. One is called Sky Kids, which we're really, really, really excited about. The next will be the Long Beach Unity Festival, The Dancer and Me. Planet Shakers is the theme this year, Planet Shakers. And then our North Point Eagles basketball program. So with Sky Kids, it's called the Sky Kids Creative Arts Intensive. I can't tell you how just excited I am to be working with the children in the Long Beach Unified School District. The Performing Arts Enrichment Program started back in 2014, and it started with about 70 kids. And they weren't necessarily in the Long Beach Unified School District. They were just whosoever would want to come to my little class on Saturdays. And it was just a few hours a week. And today, we have partnered with the Long Beach RAP program, and you'll see listed there all of the schools that we're now in. And in addition, the program is just for children ages 6 to 12. Now that's my pocket. Those are the ones I love. I just love them. So we're now seeing over 150 kids weekly. And you'll see we're at Grant, we're at Star King, we're at Burbank, Herrera, which used to be Lee, Lafayette, Hudson, and then the North Point community that Steve mentioned. We're there, and there they have a lovely facility, lovely community center. And I'm there every Saturday for 3 hours with the kids that are all they have to do is wake up and come to dance class. It's fantastic. And then in Irvine, at my church, in their community. So Sky Kids are everywhere. The curriculum consists of professional dance training. My background is a choreographer. I also am in the ministry, and I'm a writer, and I've traveled all over the place as a missionary. So I feel right at home here in Long Beach. So diverse, and I love it. So the curriculum consists of dance, training the kids on production, how to create an event of their own, sign language. You heard Steve talk about his interpreting skills, so he's fluent. And sometimes we use sign language as a way to be creative in our dancing. We use that. Creative writing for children. So a myriad drama, a myriad of arts is encompassed in the Sky Kids program. And we try to do snacks on Saturdays, and we have 2 interns that help us out. So I'll talk a little bit about the internship program, and I really couldn't say enough about the children in this program. What we've observed about Sky Kids, it's a powerful way to connect with children who struggle with low self-esteem, insecurities, and physical awkwardness. A lot of times kids are just shy. They're a little not sure themselves. And when they come into a class that says everybody can do something, and it doesn't have to be correct, you know, it gives them that light. And if you saw in the video earlier, those were the kids at Grant, I think. They're phenomenal. They have so much energy. So that's one thing that we've observed, is that dance and the arts really does something for a child's self-esteem. And then introducing positive music, along with creative expression in dance and drama and the spoken word, really has the ability to heal from the inside out, because these kids are going through some really traumatic things at home. I'm sure this is not news to you, but when they come into a classroom and they came in feeling one way, and they can leave feeling like they've done something, and they've done something great, it's phenomenal. And then a proper foundation in a variety of dance forms. So we train in ballet, and modern, and hip hop, other cultural forms of dance, and then exercise, fitness. Music at an early age nurtures discipline, passion, and potential to cultivate their talent. I know you all know this already, but I'm just excited to share it with you. Now we want to just talk a little bit about the new program that Steve actually spearheaded at North Point Community. This is the Eagles Basketball and Mentoring Program. This program happens in collaboration with the core CDC and the residents of North Point, and that's over there on Paramount Boulevard for those of you who might know the area. The training occurs 3 times per week. And the program is for boys and girls. We have 2 little girls that play basketball, and they are a force to be reckoned with. Okay, nobody pushes them around. The age for this program is 8 to 18, and it includes consistent technical hands-on basketball clinics. Basketball fundamentals, you know, dribbling, all kinds of things that you would think kids know because they're always bouncing a basketball, but really and truly they don't. And then, of course, how to be a good citizen, how to be a good sport in that kind of atmosphere is very important, that the kids know that just because you don't win, we're not going to fight, you know. And then the last thing is under the supervision of this guy here. The kids are learning along with professional coaches. And these guys are semi-pro, have been around a long time, and they come out, they take time out of their schedule to come out and train with the kids. It's about 32 hours a week, and currently they have between 25 and 30 kids in this program. What have we learned about the basketball program? Well, we've learned that they like to win, and they like to receive things when they win. So we do medallions when they do their 3-on-3s. They get their medallions. We had our first 3-on-3 basketball tournament at the festival this past year. We had about 200 that just showed up. 200 guys showed up and registered to play 3-on-3. It was phenomenal. But what we've learned is that many of our youth are severely, the gentleman used the term, trauma-informed from their home lives. And it can transfer into negative behavior on the court. So that is one thing that we are very, very serious about. We try to love them, but enforce the rules. And it's been a wonderful, wonderful journey with these guys and these little girls. Hopelessness, another thing. An overall don't care attitude is so pervasive in the program, especially with the young boys. And so we're working on that and working on giving them hope. Why? Because they're just looking for somebody to believe in. They're just looking for somebody to be consistent, you know. They've seen people come in and out and do programs, but they're looking for consistency. And then, even more than playing basketball, I just mentioned it, the relationship that you're building with the kids. They want to learn how to play ball, but they want to know things about you, you know, and that's really a lot of fun. So the key thing here is we're trying to create that pathway so that these kids that really do have potential, there's some great little ball players out there. And we don't want them to go to middle school and high school and try out for the team and they can't get on because they don't know the fundamentals. It's a reality. So this was something that had to be opened up to me. Steve had to explain that, you know, just because they're hanging around the basketball court does not mean that they actually know how to play. It's amazing. So that is one thing that I believe that they're doing excellently, is training and giving them those foundational skills so that they can get in. Our Long Beach Unity Festival Interns and Leaders program, I love this, Inspire and Activate. These guys really are lifesavers for us. The standard participation with this program, we started this a few years ago. The GPA, we said we were going to keep it on the average because we want people to come in and we want them to participate. What do they do when they come with us? They're learning how to engage in the community. They're learning how to run a large-scale event. Our Unity Festival, if those of you have never been, we may have anywhere from 1,500 people on. And so there are a lot of different roles. So the initiative allows up to about 30 high school students and college students to be trained and mentored in the key technical and logistical areas of production, community outreach, volunteer coordinator, stage manager. All of those roles have a young person assigned, and then they're mentored by one of us, and we train them on how to actually produce the event. So you'll see that picture up in the left corner. That was our first graduating class. Many of those kids are now gone on to either Cal State. There's a couple, one that's in Santa Barbara. So they're great kids. And then we have volunteers that are right there on site at North Point. So we have students that are there, that are of age, that are able to share the word with the community that this is happening right here in your backyard, so you should come and be a part of it. All of the students who participate, they have an opportunity, if they need it, to get service hours through our organization. I've written numerous letters of reference for resumes, job, referrals, all of that. And so we really believe that this is an awesome program for high school students to be trained and to get some mentoring. What have we observed, though? We are uniquely qualified to deal with these young folks. I call them yayas, youth and young adults. The interns, these guys have a mind of their own, and it's really interesting getting to know them. But what are we trying to do with them? We're trying to get them to engage in their community, to learn about the place that they live in. And we're training them to work with children. For my interns that are dancers, they really are dancers. They want to be professional dancers. So we have to give them alternatives just in case it doesn't work out. So you may want to learn how to manage a play. You may want to learn the production side of it. You may be a great writer. Maybe you'll be writing a play. So we're always giving them those alternatives. But these millennials are in desperate need of positive mentors. They really are. And so we open ourselves up to them, and we learn a lot from them. Most of the high school students who've participated in the program, they remain connected to us. And I think that's a great thing as well. They remain connected even when they leave the state of California. When they come home, they want to know, what are we doing this weekend? Are you guys doing any events? How can I help? So I'm really excited about that. Really, really excited. Then the other program, or one of the next programs, winding this down, is, of course, the Dancer in Me Training Institute. And we say transforming and uniting in the arts, and don't we need that right now? The Unity Festival and the Dancer in Me coming together for the first time. Now that is going to be a Herculean feat, because as I mentioned, we have upwards of 1,500 folks who will come to the Long Beach Unity Festival, the one-day event in the park. But imagine having 600 or 700 kids and adults ages 5 and up who come from Jamaica, Bermuda. We just got 2 calls from London who are registering, who come from Washington, D.C., from Dallas. They come from literally all around the nation to our city to be trained by some of the most phenomenal instructors. So at this event, we have about 25 facilitators. They teach about 40 classes every day for 2.5 days. And then in the evening, we have a huge concert in the arts. So all of what they've learned in their classes gets demonstrated that same night. And this year, on the final day, as I mentioned, we'll be bringing all of those folks into Silverado Park. So it's going to be a fantastic, wonderful showing. The event is slated this year for March 30th through April the 1st, 2017. I also want to say that with the Dancer in Me, what we've done with the Long Beach Unified School District is for the last 4 years, Cabrillo High School's dance company has been very, very involved. They've been on site, we've hosted them, we've got them there, then they've gotten themselves there. They're a phenomenal group of young people. And now we are trying to spread the love around, if you will, to all the other high school dance companies. But I think it's going to be a lot easier because we're right here. They don't have to travel so far. So we're excited. The Long Beach Unified Sky Kids Roar campaign, Reach Out and Read. Reach Out and Read is not our campaign, but we were invited to be a part of it. I wrote a children's book called The Dancer in Me. There she is, right there, up there. And during that time, that was back in 2015, when the book was published. And did a lot of book signings and going around the city, especially for little girls and boys of color. It was amazing to see their faces light up when they saw that picture. It was just amazing. So the story is a really, really empowering story about a little girl who just wants to dance, but she's super duper clumsy. And how does she manage and navigate through that? We did a book signing and a book reading at all of the three. When I first started, we only had 3 elementary schools that I was working with. Now we're at 6. But we did that. I think you saw in a previous slide the Dr. Seuss Day. I was their guest author. That was pretty cool to share the stage with Dr. Seuss. That was cool. But reading and language arts is a huge component of Sky Kids. With myself as a journalism background, I'm very interested in making sure that the kids, because of course, if you're going to be an actress or an actor, you're going to have to know how to read your script and do your monologue. So we talk about those things. And then lastly, we're really, really happy that this book was approved to be in the Long Beach Unified School District Elementary School Library. So that was a real, real blessing to us. Another great blessing was that we became one of the official vendors for Parks and Recs. And this happened through the Be Safe program. We've been teaching for the last 2 years during their evening hours during the summer. And this is a wonderful, wonderful way to get to know the community once again. And this happens right at Silverado Park. So what are we able to do? Engage the community, get to know the community so that we say, hey, you know, we're going to be doing some events soon, and even recruiting volunteers. Steve's best friends are the Silverado Golden Ladies. Yes, they are. They are quite a very interesting group of women, and they love, love, love to volunteer. They're wonderful. So what are we saying? We're saying that community engagement is key. In-service training, we asked someone to come in. His name is Dr. Michael Mata, and he is a specialist in community development, intercultural programs, and community mapping. So he came and he did a workshop with our advisory board, with our core team, and then we, in turn, trained the trainers, if that's the correct term. But we trained our kids on how to identify diversity in the community, how to look for different signs and symbols in the community, and to find out who's living in your community so that we can better serve them. So this was a really, really great exercise for our interns to get them out walking. We actually walked the neighborhoods. You know, it was great. They were empowered with the information on how to identify and not just give people what we think they want, but what they need. You already know so much about the Long Beach Unity Festival. The organization, that's what we're sharing with you, but the day of event is a wonderful, phenomenal event. Outside of all of the attendees that come, we're able to provide paid youth internships and community job opportunities to about 40 persons. So we're creating jobs on that day. We inspire and challenge individuals, agencies, and communities to engage in artistic expression. And we love to collaborate. I think that's one of the positive things about us, is that we will bring everybody to the table. Let's talk. Let's work some things out. Let's reason together. And then I'm going to skip around to this last bullet, creating opportunities for large, diverse groups to experience college life. Because when we combine the Dancer and Me and the Long Beach Unity Festival, the classes are on a college campus. Many of the kids that we interact with have never been on a college campus. Many of the dancers that I dance with have never been in a dance studio. So they don't even realize that there should be a mirror and a bar. And so when they get that, and it just makes them stand up even straighter to say, oh my goodness, I can actually do this. I'm here. And so that is so empowering. But then now what we're finding is that we have to give them strategies to succeed, because if they have raw potential, but the bar is too high to get them into those colleges and universities, we have to find out, okay, do you need ballet background? Do you need a certain number of years of, what do you need for us to really prepare you properly? So that is something that I've taken on very seriously, myself and many of my colleagues, have just volunteered our time to teach and train and give the basic and fundamentals. So looking ahead, we want to build those bridges to success in the arts, fitness, and healthy lifestyles. Our core activities, you've been hearing about them: performing arts and education training, large event production, community outreach, collaborations with others. We're totally into basketball and fitness, and we want to inspire and activate our kids through mentoring, very child-centered with creative arts. And we also continue to do talent searches throughout the Long Beach Unified School District. I know that probably back in 1998 when Steve first started and getting all the different schools involved, can you imagine? We used to just run around the town doing multiple talent searches until one day, probably when we got married, I said, I think this is too much. And now we've strategized and we know how to bring the kids to us. It's so much fun. I'm making jokes, but really we know that this is our passion. This is what we are here to do, and we are so proud to be doing it. And so with that, we would like to invite you, I hope it plays again, to do what we do on April the 1st at Silverado Park. This is one of our flash mobs that we did at Beach Walk. There are about 200 or so folks out there dancing, and it was so much fun. We had seniors, we had men, little kids, big kids, everybody just out there doing their thing. And this year when we do the festival, we'll be having a fitness mob. So, you know, come comfortable and ready to work. This is what we do, this is what we love, and we've just been really, really excited and thankful to be a part of the Long Beach Unified School District. So we thank you for your time. We have a little gift for you, and so that you'll remember us, and that maybe you'll come to the Dancer in Me, because there is a dancer in all of you. Don't think that there's not, okay? There really is, okay? And we thank you so much. If you have questions, we are more than happy to answer them.
Well, Steve and Stephanie, thank you so much. Your enthusiasm and commitment to our city is deeply appreciated. Maybe there are some questions from the board.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Good job, Steve and Stephanie.
Thank you.
Excellent.